Okay, folks, we're going live in about 1 minute. Just doing our final setups here. So, if everybody wants to get settled, we're 1 minute to showtime. One minute to showtime. I'd like to welcome everybody here. Okay, guys. Just here we are. We're at YVR. I'm just gonna set the camera up and welcome everybody to the show. Well, hello everybody. My name is Henry Tenby. Welcome to this Airliners Live Vancouver bonus show. It's a pop-up show, and I'm proudly presenting my Airliners Live t-shirt and cap, which I picked up in Manchester. Geez, it was a week ago yesterday. Good to be back in Vancouver, and our days are getting shorter very quickly here in Vancouver. So this is a pop-up show. It's a bonus show. It's an evening arrival show. And I'm going to get behind the camera because we do have some fast and furious landers. We've got some good heavies. I believe Lufthansa is going to be a surprise for us as well. So I'm going to get right behind the camera, guys. Bear with me. Stand by one, guys. I'm just getting ready. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. I'm just getting set up here behind my camera for our show today. We're on 08 operations, which is pretty cool. And our first arrival is a Winnipeg inbound it's a Westjet 449. And we're just going to get right to it. We've got our tripod back, our old trusty tripod. I've got again a bit of a leveling issue here, as you can see, which we'll have to work through some other time because it kind of is what it is. And see if we can focus up. Yeah, so it's a high cloud day today here in Vancouver, and it's about 20 degrees Celsius. We've had some really nice warm weather, warmer than what we are used to. We're breaking, I believe, 90-year records. And I'm in shorts and t-shirt. We don't have any mosquitoes out yet. And it's our first arrival of the show. Going to check something here on our settings. Give me 1 second. So guys, I'm going to ask if you can leave in the comments if you're seeing everything. I'm going to say test, 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 1, 2, 3, and tell me if you guys can hear that, if you'd be so kind. Loopy, I see you're here. Sue, can you guys hear me say test, 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 1, 2, 3? Just to confirm that we are properly live. Yep, Jack Fletcher, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are live, guys. Good. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. If you have any issues, let me know. Oliver says the 747 is 1 minute out, and I do see it. So this is one of our highlights. This is the Frankfurt arrival. It's a 747-400, which is a great classic aircraft. And we're going to... There he is. You do see him. Hang on, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, the Lufthansa 400. Wow. I won't talk. We'll just together. Set up properly on my tripod. There's a bummer. Hang on. We don't have anything on the approach, so we can focus on watching the taxi in. As some of you guys know, I believe Lufthansa is switching over to one of their affiliate companies for the Vancouver service. Can't quite remember the name. I think it's maybe Lufthansa Smile or Lufthansa Wings. It's one of their off main brand companies is going to be taking over this service. I believe at the end of October. Could be in November as well, but yeah. So this is probably the last month of these behemoths. Go nice and tight. Let's have a look at go for a tight view. There's an Alaska Embraer. Ident at the tip of the tail. I never get tired at approaching these 400s. Okay, we've got another lander here, and it's a heavy, so I'm gonna just take the camera around so that we don't miss it. Yeah, we're silhouetted just because of what the light's like. The light is changing quickly. This is Cargojet. Tough for the lighting because when we're pointing the camera due west, of course it's completely blown out because we're looking into the sun. Then by the time we're the other direction, it's dark, so it's very hard with the lighting just because we've got the sun straight into our face here. So we just have to kind of make do with what we can. This was operating inbound from Calgary. It's Cargojet. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty busy on this show. So anyhow, I'd like to thank you all for showing up. Ronnie Middlehurst, John Fezza, Caitlin Bilus, Sue Lawson. Great to see all you guys here.
Just picked up on radar now, it's got a left turn, follow the river out towards northwest. Step turn along the river, hotel, to the contact.
I think I've got the camera tripod kind of leveled now. It's looking good.
Flight 049 clears the ILS 08 right approach.
3517 tower, at Lima 1 from the reserve rate. That was 3517, you listening?
It's a good question.
18.7. Juliet, exit right runway 13, contact ground 121.7.
See, as we move the tripod, as we move the lens towards the west, it gets blown out and silhouetted.
Flight 049 tower, wind is 1006 miles, clear to land, runway 0 right.
Clear to land 0 right, Angel Flight 049.
Mike Oscar Whiskey, contact the harbor 1184.
There you go. So at this point here, we're looking due straight into the sun
when you get there, contact the harbor 1184.
because we don't have any cloud cover, very little cloud cover actually.
Ground tax Alpha to the
So that's kind of just the light dynamics that we have today. So we're going to be here for a few hours. Sun goes. Official sunset is at 6:45. So obviously the British Airways will be landing in the dark. So as I said, the days are getting shorter really, really fast now. So that is how it is. And we're just going to make the best of it, obviously.
3517, so what is our release time now?
So, okay, let's see who's here. Agent Geo Key. I flew from Ottawa to Toronto and back over the weekend. Okay, so welcome Agent Geo Key, Montreal Canadiens fan. Good to see you here on our channel. It's great. We've got Matt Smith. And yeah, we're welcoming you here, Agent Geo Key. It's good to see a fellow Canadian in the house. And we have 181 GH from Graz, Austria, visiting us tonight, which is great. So who else have we got here in the house this evening on the field? Let's have a look here. Ashley. Of course, Loopy. Thank you, Loopy, for joining us. And Sue Major, regulars. Hello, Mel LW. Mel W, nice to see you here. Albert Silva. Great to see you here. Let's just see what we've got on the approach right now. Quiet for a little bit. Let's have a look here. Yeah, we've got a little bit of time here to get acquainted. So we're on 08 operations today, guys. So we'll be able to cover some of the departures from this point, which is cool. They'll be rotating kind of just above where the 76 is. That's kind of right about here is the rotation point. So although we're backlit just because of the light, it is what it is. But we've got an American taxiing out right now in front of our very eyes. It's American 737. And let's figure out where he's headed to. He's going to Chicago. It's flight 1717. So yeah, these are quite common in here, the American flights. I don't have anything on the approach for us right now, so I think we can follow this guy out in all his glorious splendor. So how are you guys doing? I can see a lot of you are joining from the UK. So what time is it there? You're 8 hours ahead of us. 11 o'clock, 2300 local time in the UK. So thank you indeed for joining us this evening. As I say, the weather's really nice here. There's a gentle breeze. I am very comfortable. I'm in my short sleeve t-shirt, Airliners Live logoed, of course, and I'm in my shorts, and I'm feeling very, very comfortable. And I would like to take this minute to thank you, Kevin D. Kevin just gifted 10 Airliners Live memberships. Awesome to see you here, Kevin. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. And also thank you to Carl Crawford. £5 donation. It says you're totally smashing it, Henry. 747 is amazing. Yeah, I love it. I love the 74s, and I'm going to make it out here as much as I can to get these 747s while they're here. So as I say, we've probably got another month or so of them, and you know, if we can do one bonus show. Oh, there we go. There is a departure, guys. Delta. See, if we're in total cloudy skies, that's actually quite well lit. Because we're 100% backlit, because we've got quite clear skies, it's silhouetted. So we just kind of have to make the best of it and suck it up. But at least we get to see it, so that's the good thing, guys. That's the good thing. And let's bring us back down to terra firma gently, and I'll figure out what's moving on the field. You know, I think I'm just going to open up the camera a bit more so we can get a little bit more light in here. There, I've opened it up almost to full stop, so let's just see how that goes for us. And I just want to see what we've got happening down at the button of 08 left for the departures. We've got a Toronto flight, a Westjet, flight 718. That's just turning on to the active. So I'm sure we'll be able to see him depart. So again, Carl, thank you so much for the donation. Very much appreciated. And who else have we got here? Paul, hey, thank you. Appreciate the Canadian accent comment. Of course, we were just over in Manchester and we found the accents, you know, very interesting, although we can't identify them as well as you guys can. So, but it was fun, and we went to Liverpool for the day. It was a week ago yesterday, and yeah, I had a great time walking around Liverpool. That was awesome. So, EggPX says, good afternoon, plane fans. My daughter's boyfriend landed in YVR a couple of hours ago from Frankfurt. Terrific. Well, welcome to Vancouver. I hope that the boyfriend will have a fun time here in Vancouver. He'll certainly like the weather. And Kitty B, thank you so much for gifting one Airliners Live membership. That is very kind and generous of you guys. Just so you're aware, for those of you that haven't done so and might like to, there's a little dollar sign in the lower right-hand corner of your chat screen, and you can click that and make a gift or donation if you're so inclined. Never an obligation. Just we appreciate it when you can, so it just helps the channel out. So great to see everybody here. And Ken G, thank you very much for the $5 to thank Kevin D for his donation. Yeah, no, it all helps, guys. We've got United Airlines pushing back here, right kind of on these gates. So we're gonna watch the disconnect. Where is it? Kind of saw it around. Yeah, there it is. They're disconnecting right there. Let's figure out where this guy's going to. This guy is going to crikey, Denver. He's the United Airlines 109 to Denver. Making sure the approach is clear. So far our tripod seems to be doing okay after we had to send it back for some repairs on the fluid head, so seems to be pretty smooth. I'm happy with it, although a bit of a leveling issue, but the actual panning looks nice and smooth to my eyes. I hope you guys on your screen are seeing pretty smooth pans here. Pans as in video pans. Yeah, so this guy's off to Denver. Let's zoom in. Have a look at the office.
Pico 401, traffic officers in Alpha is a King Air, give way to them. And taxi Alpha and cross running 31.
As I say, the weather here is really nice. When we were in Manchester about a week ago, it was like cool. I think we had when we woke up in the morning there on the Monday, it was about 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, of course. But we're breaking 90-year records for warm temperatures here in Vancouver in the Lower Mainland.
I said 50 ground ground, taxi via Lima, cross runway 13. Lima, cross runway 13, I said 50.
Hey, we got a 757 taxiing out there. That is Iceland Air, guys. He snuck out on us. Sneaky devil. He must have come from the inside gate. So at least we'll get to see a bit of him. So at least we get to see him a bit. What color scheme is this Iceland Air in? I wonder if it's a special. Yeah, I think it is a special scheme, actually. Yeah, that's a special. Whoop. There's our American on the roll. And there's our... Yeah, so I've already got the camera opened up one stop. So if I open it up any more here, yeah, this would be, okay, but anywhere else would be completely blown out. So I think may have to just... It is what it is, kind of. I'll show you. I mean, let's just have a look here. There we go. So this is... I'm now 1.3 open. Maybe that's a bit better, but we'll see what everywhere else looks like. This is very tricky light, actually. Very tricky light. Just because I am looking straight into the sun and we've got a thin white haze, which is not causing any of it's basically not giving us any light diffusion. So whereas when we're all cloudy, we get terrific light diffusion and lights everywhere.
That's the first I've heard from you. Are you inbound for Vancouver? We're inbound for Vancouver. There was a military helicopter out here, a couple hundred feet, just right where I am now. I just wanted to let you know I had a... Yeah, no, I hadn't heard you before then. I heard from you before then. Yeah, anybody can do whatever they want outside the zone. But I checked that. You're identified. The BB arrival, altimeter 3002.
It's interesting. There's a helicopter reporting a military helicopter outside of the airport control zone. And the tower said, well, yeah, he can do whatever he wants and he doesn't have to report as long as he's outside of the zone, which is kosher. And here we have a Q400 lining up. Yeah, as I say, we've got the camera opened up, and it's not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Air Canada Jazz. Yeah, see here, when I point the camera due east, it's kind of blown out, isn't it? It's a bit bright, but... So, I'm going to shut the camera down just a little bit, because we're just going to have to kind of take a happy zone here. So I'm going to go to just about half a stop open. So, just, and deal with the dark conditions on the other side, so... Just is what it is, basically. Anyhow, this guy arrived from Nanaimo. It's the Air Canada 34.
Yeah, 109, holding short, very light, waiting for push. 109, sorry, got Liverpool. 111, waiting for push over. Liverpool, Liverpool, very light, United, 109.
That doesn't look too bad to my eyes in terms of exposure. Just going to check the Air 757. Where the heck is the 75? I guess we might have missed him because he's not around. Yeah, he must have missed the Iceland Air, because he's definitely not showing. There's the United cleared for takeoff.
That was unreadable. Who's that? I said 50 Golf with you, still. 50 Golf, contact departure. 50 Golf.
This is the United.
Looks for Kilo, Sierra Kilo, Vancouver Tower. Sierra Kilo, you're way outside my zone. Give me a call in about 4 or 5 miles. Okay. 401 Tower at Alpha, latitude away from the zone, right?
Yeah. We've got another lander here. You can see the exposures are all over the place today. Just is what it is. Yeah, the white background, it is a white background to my eyes too. It's 100% white today, guys. We've got a lot of smoke in the air too. We've got fires burning, and the particulate matter and the fact that it is completely clear just causes this complete white video today. So just as I say, as I look around, the sky's all white. fact that I'm looking due into the sun just doesn't help matters either. Again, if it was 100% overcast, it would be good, but you know, is what it is. We've got another aircraft on approach. Let's just have a look what that is. See if I can get it to pop. It looks like it's it's a Air Canada Max from Los Angeles. It's the Air Canada 555. So I'll point the camera to it shortly. And Blickfang says we have the Air India 777 inbound. Great, thank you for the heads up on that, Blickfang. Thank you so much. Awesome. And Dilwar Prince is joining us this evening as well. Yeah. So we're going to go get the Air Canada Max that's setting up on approach very shortly.
Level here and fly over the river down to 6
Here we go. Here comes emergency services. We've seen them before. I guess there's a passenger in distress, so we certainly hope that that passenger gets the care that they need quickly. And here comes the Air Canada Max from Los Angeles.
Where you called earlier is way too far out. What did you want to do?
There it is.
Okay, descend to 1,500 feet. Direct to co-pilot is approved. The altimeter 3002. Okay, let's pick up. Although the Max is going to be switching to Harbor Tower. Flying unit 1. So take a mic, Roger. 401, continue direct, climb to 2,000 feet. Continue direct, full climb to 2,000 foot. 401. Harbor Express 309, contact Harbor 114. 309.
Bad. Quite nice. Tripod seemed to be doing pretty okay. Decent rollout. And we've got the heavy. I think this is the Air India now that's just on short finals. It is. It's inbound from Delhi. So I'm just going to move the camera around because we're going to get the Air India now. He's on pretty short finals. Yeah. There it is. This is Air India, inbound from Delhi.
161, 3 ground underneath aircraft, at 3002, texted by Alpha, cross next group.
That's it.
at Alpha, line up on Windsor right.
Something we don't often see here in Vancouver. Air India arriving.
300 and down the line of the river. 301 Vancouver side, identify altimeter 3002, clear day here at Morale. 301. Alaska Mike, wind 1909 knots, contact departure in the air from Alpha 3, takeoff runway 0 right.
I know this is common for India to be seen in the UK and in Toronto as well, but seeing it arrive here in Vancouver is not too common. Yeah, we've seen Air India depart lots of times. We've seen them at the gate, we've seen them taxiing, we've seen them departing from the Larry Bird Park location. But seeing them arrive might be a first for me, actually. Might be a first.
Alaska 1613 on time, ready? 613, wind 190, 10 knots from Alpha 3, takeoff on wind 0 right.
I think he might park on one of the gates here. Kind of looks that way. We'll see.
Air North 549. Air 549. Ground on auxiliary right up from the 3002. Taxi right Golf Hotel Lima cross runway 13. Golf Hotel Lima cross 13 here North 5.
Maybe not. Maybe he's going to the inside horseshoe. We'll see.
You prefer I call you at Flounderland going into DP? Still sure, where you call me, but all the west of where you are now. That's okay here. Kilo Sierra Kilo, nothing for you, and contact Bounderby anytime. Get up, take it out of line.
There's Air North. We heard him on the radio just arriving now. Or I think he's departing, actually. Yeah, he's departing. He's going to inside the horseshoe. We'll see his registration. You guys can see it. I can't. It's too small for me, but those of you watching on a large screen can certainly see it. No, according to Farhan, he's not going to remote stand. He's going to park inside the horseshoe. So that's all good. And so Eggpick says, no BA 380s over the winter. It changed to a 777 last week. Exactly. We know that because we were perhaps going to fly on British Airways from Heathrow to Vancouver last Wednesday, maybe instead of coming back on Air Canada, if it was an A380. But we did check the schedule and we saw it was a 777, so we just came back on our home airline, Air Canada. But if it was an A380, I think we would have done it if British Airways would have had space for us. So, yeah. And then Cute Seal says the 777 is late. Over the last several months, British Airways has just been, as a matter of practice, their flights have been late into Vancouver. I guess it's Heathrow congestion, I don't know. But just on a very rare occasion have the flights been close to on time. So it's just kind of how it is right now. So, c'est la vie. And then Eggpeck says, yeah, you can fly from Vancouver to Victoria for $40 Canadian, plus tax. Indeed. But only one way, unless you want to overnight. So, and it's not a daytime, it's not a return where you can head over and come right back. But the Air North right now that's departing on 08 left is heading to Kelowna. And it's the Air North flight 549. So I'm going to move the camera around that way, just so we can watch the departure, although it is behind the buildings right now, but at least we'll be in position for it, guys. So he should present himself from the right, from behind the building there momentarily. So we'll wait here. You can see the bird flying past there. So, oh, your daughter flew into Vancouver BA last Wednesday. It was on time. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's terrific. Eggpecks. Terrific. And Scottish Guy Adventures is joining us from Scotland. Thank you, Scottish Guy. Hello. Hope you're all is well in Scotland tonight. We're waiting for our Air North to punch through. Should be here momentarily because I believe he's on the roll.
There is an order about a mile and a half south of Terranova, northbound, 200 feet for the eastbound landing. And just outside BB, there's a Cessna waiting inbound for the mid-line, 400 feet. Okay, looking for the boat back here, Foxtrot.
They're talking about the float plane.
Foxtrot, Alpha Golf Romeo, just off of Boundary Bay, heading to the cement plant. We'll be 500 by the south line, full stop in on the Cranberry Bog.
We've got a fair bit of float plane traffic in the area, which is what we're hearing right now. We're waiting for Air North patiently here, guys. Just because there's nothing else right this moment to point the camera at. It's kind of vanished. Strange. So we've got a lander on this side, so we're just going to do that. It's inbound from Las Vegas. It's the Westjet 1789. So I don't know where that Air North went, but it kind of did it take the boat? I don't know. I never saw it depart. I guess it did. I guess it snuck out. So here's this Westjet. We'll go tight. showing new colors. Awesome.
9 runway 0 to open 3002, taxi by leave, expression make 1 3 leave.
Engine detail. Nice.
Coming up 500, 1000, before they pass the traffic up, alright. Which was 709, I'm up the harbor, Vancouver Town, the opener is 3002, 32 to transit. Pacific Transit, Port from Blue, I guess. Pacific Transit. 10 on eastbound 5, request push up out on Delta.
Just going to take that taxiway right there.
Push back onto Delta.
Air Canada hangar in the background. And I don't think... Yeah, we do have something on approach. Let's have a quick peekaboo what that is. Yeah. It's a Q400. Inbound from Penticton. It's the Air Canada 8417. So I think we may have a look at that. Hang on. It's getting close. Penticton arrival. Okay, I'll move the camera, guys, so I'll zoom back and we'll move around to get the Penticton arrival of the Air Canada Jazz 8417, which is now setting up kind of nicely. So, let's have a look here. Where is it? There it is. And we can maybe go nice and tight, why not? Okay, so I've got a report that I'm overexposed, so I'm going to stop it down to even Steven. There we go. We're now even. Let's go to right on the 0. There we go. We're right on the zeros here for the exposure. Not overexposed. This is like 0, so we're not plus and we're not negative. So we'll see what that looks like. So we do have an aircraft on approach. We've got a 737 Westjet. It's the 715 inbound from Toronto, and he's just about ready to land. So let's give it a try. See what the exposure looks like on this, guys. So we're 0. We're plus minus 0 on the exposure. So see what that does for us.
Express 709, direct Orca, then direct, sorry, was it active pass? Yeah, pass, that's it. Express 709, okay, then direct full, your pass now. 709, thanks. X-ray, we're all wrapped up by the co-pilot, see you down for landing, landmark. X-ray, Fox, X-ray, clear to gear point arrival for vicinity landmark. X-ray, Fox, X-ray. Yeah, Fox, X-ray, Westjet, on the DB. Fox, Zulu, Juliet, Smart Cadet, push up under 3002, the DB around. Zulu, Juliet.
We've got another lander from Calgary, Westjet Flight 119. He is on short final, so we're just going to bring the camera very slowly around. So what do you guys think of this exposure? It's 0, so we're not open and we're not closed.
Just 319, alright, hold short, runway 0.
the good news, the tripod, I think, is doing really well in terms of stability. That's cool news. To my eyes, it's smooth as butter. We've got another lander as well. Just going to check what the arrival is, guys. We have a, from Kelowna, it's a Air Canada 8277. It's a Q400. And momentarily we'll go get it. Setting up here. Yep, I think we'll just pull the camera around to the landing. Slowly. Slowly, slowly. Easy does it, guys. Easy does it.
Canada 120, you'll be giving way to the Jazz RJ that's on Lima behind them, cross runway 13 at Lima.
And there it is.
Roger, Canada 120, give way to company from the left, and then cross 13 Lima, Air Canada 120.
It's nice. Bit of a crosswind.
417 short Lima. That's 417 ground taxiway Lima to the apron. Lima to the apron, Jazz 417.
So, thank you, Hayden. Hayden says I rock. Well, I'm doing the best I can, right? Just because of the light, you know. Esther asks, how many times does it snow a year here? It's infrequent. We can go several years with no snow. That's definitely, you know, something that happens as well. But generally speaking, it's a couple of snowfalls. You know, we'll wake up maybe 2 or 3 times, 4 times over the course of the year, or the winter, and we'll have the ground white. And typically, if we're lucky, it's all melted by lunchtime. That's what we like. But yeah, sometimes it does stick around. You know, we have a cold snap that lasts a week, and that's maybe every couple of years, every several years. But generally speaking, we don't get that much snow, so it's kind of special when it does happen. Yeah. Yeah, not as much as on the East Coast, that's for sure. Philbo, have a good evening. Thank you for joining us. Glad you joined us. Were able to join us. And who else have we got here? Bill Gracie, thank you for joining us. Gold Gamer says, I'm on a WestJet 737 MAX. Fantastic. So are you watching our show? So tell us, Gold Gamer, are you watching our live stream live on a WestJet aircraft? That's an interesting question. I wonder if that's maybe first. Would like to know. Ken G loves the Q400s. And Fontana appreciates my camera work. Yeah, well, you know, it's the tripod. It's the tripod. We had a fault with our tripod, and we had to send it back to the manufacturer for servicing. And they sent us a fixed head, and it seems to be doing pretty good. So that's pretty. I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. So we've got this Max right now setting up for his departure. He's heading to Mexico City. He's the Air Canada 996 to Mexico City, right here in front of us, starting his engines. And we've got a number of aircraft heading down to the departure side. We've got a Air Canada 321, and we've got a CRJ. And yeah, so we'll just kind of watch that for a bit. Well, let's see if we've got anything on approach. Nothing on immediate approach, guys. Yeah, the tripod's rock solid. Let's go tight. Let's go tight. She's looking good. I mean, I'm focusing on holding it steady for us. But, yeah. No faults, actually. No faults.
Jazz 99, contact departure airport from Lima, quick takeoff runway 08 right.
Okay, Jazz is cleared, guys. Jazz is cleared for departure, so let's move the camera for the Jazz departure. We might see his tail somewhere. No, it's behind the buildings. His tail's behind the buildings, so I'm just going to wait for him right there. There he is. CRJ 900.
Canada 120, ready for departure 8 right. Canada 120, line up runway 08 right to Lima. Line up 8 right at Canada 120.
Up, up. V1, V1. Come on. He's a bit heavy. I guess it's the temperature, right? So we do have a lander here, guys. I'm just going to figure out what it is. And I did see we have the 767 departing on the other side as well. But our lander here is another Q400 inbound from Seattle. So I think we can get it. It's just kind of getting close.
3324 ground, there's a Westjet 37 pulling into 15, push back.
By the way, there's the Cargojet. So we'll try to get his departure. And here's our Q400 for those of you that like the Q400s. See that? A little bit of crosswind there? Yep. Nice. Does anybody know any of the passengers on board? Let's just check. Okay. So we've got another lander. It's a Q400 inbound from Kelowna. So pull the camera around for that. Oh, maybe, did we miss the departure of the 76? Maybe. I guess we did. I guess it happened while we were... No, it's right there. It's going to be turning on to the active. It's heading to Hamilton as Cargojet 8910. So I'm really hoping I can get that for you guys. There's the other Q400. It's a Westjet.
Angel Flight 049 and Alpha 1 and runway 0 right, moving shortly, turn knots, 157.
Okay, 757, guys. Cargojet. See where he punctures the roof. Yeah. Off to Hamilton. I thought it was a 767. But I was mistaken.
Canada 996 at Lima, line up runway 0 right, number 2 to the Cherokee in position at Alpha, they're waiting on turbulence.
Here's another Q400 landing, guys. Right here. But I'm glad I got the Cargojet. That's good. It's looking nice. Do a battery check here in a second. Tight. Reggie. 5W. Okay. Let's do I'll do a battery check. Let's just see where we're at here, guys. 20%. Am I ever glad I checked? So in a few minutes we'll change the battery.
Flight 049, caution 3 boats from the 57. You're 6 miles of trail. Right turn, Stanley 5. Contact departure in the turn from Alpha. Clear takeoff runway 08.
We do have a lander, another lander right here. It's a Boeing from Edmonton, and it's flare. It's flare, guys. Maybe after this flare we can do our battery change. Yeah. So glad I checked that.
Jazz 443 gate 40. We have PDC 469 Hotel with Alpha.
Nice and crisp.
Class PDC is correct. Departure 126.12. Traffic in position, waiting for IFR speeds. Continue Sarah, eat right to
Nice brake squeak.
2327 ground, taxi via Lima to the apron.
Neat noise.
Ground traffic, Encore -8 pushed, and Westjet waiting to get into 15. Push back.
Okay, guys. Let's have a look here. I'm going to do another battery check and approach check. So on approach, we've got a Montreal inbound. It's an Air Canada Max. It's 305. And after that, I don't see anything for a while. So I think after this guy comes in, we can do our battery change. Right now, the battery's at 18%. Yeah, so after this Max lands, we're going to do our battery change. So I think. I think.
Delta 3002, taxi by Echo, Delta, runway 31, and Lima. Echo Delta 31 and Lima.
Tripod is doing well, guys. Tripod is doing nicely. So I'm happy. There's our flare. Heading over to the other side. And again, I'm watching the battery like a hawk. So if we have a rapid collapse, guys, don't go away. I'll change the battery. I'll be back. But I'm just kind of pushing it here so we can get this flare. Double push.
Land runway 08. Clear to land 08 right to Sierra.
Front office view. Let's do a battery check again. 17%. As soon as it gets to 15%, I think I'll call it. But you know what? It's quiet right now, guys. So I think it's probably prudent if we do our battery check now. So, you know what? Let's get her done. Let's get this done. So bear with me. I'll count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See you guys in a second. camera set up on the tripod. We're back. We're back, guys. That's awesome. We are back. Thank you guys for that battery change patience. Yeah, not enough time to get a Red Bull, Mike. So what can I do? 10 out of 10. Thank you, Carl, for that. And I'm just getting myself comfortable back in my spot here. Let's see what we've got on arrivals here. Somebody wants to see a Philippine Airlines 777. So do I. Would love to see one. Let's see what's next on deck. Yeah, it's a Montreal inbound. It's the Air Canada 305 inbound from Montreal. But behind that, we have our Manila. It's the Philippine Airlines 116 inbound. So I did that battery change at the right time. Kudos to me. So, yikes, guys, yikes.
Hey, check information Alpha. Go ahead for Jazz 159. 159 is clear to the Victoria Airport. Stanley 5 departure. Runway 0 right. Flight plan.
There's our max.
132.3. Squawk 5.
And after him is the Philippine. So I'm stoked. We're doing well. I mean, yeah, we've got the light condition, but you know what?
098 is on Victoria.
Not bad.
For gate Bravo 21. And Jazz 159 back at Victoria Airport. We have the Stanley 5 departure. Depart runway 08 right. Flight plan route. Squawk 5325. And departure frequency is 132.3. Jazz 159, way back is clear. 098 ground taxi by Hotel, hold short Lima. Hotel, hold short Lima, 098. That's the 3051 right there.
It's United.
That's the 3051 ground runway 0 right. Altimeter 3001.
So Philippines, I can see him, guys. I can see the Philippine. Bird. Metal. Triple. So he's out there, and he's coming our way in all his glorious splendor. So Charles is watching from Nassau in the Bahamas. Fantastic, Charles. Great to have you with us this evening. Hope all is well in Nassau. Okay, guys, Philippine Airlines 777. Let's move our camera into position. For those of you that are just tuning in, my name is Henry Tenby, and this is Airliners Live, and we are at Vancouver International Airport in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And we're live streaming. If you're watching right now, you're watching this live. It's good fun. There's our triple.
Skylink 701 Vancouver Tower, altimeter 3001, clear to land, runway 08 right. Clear to land, 08 right, 701.
Looks nice. Nice stuff. Nice Philippine arrival. Stuff we don't usually see on our shows because we're not usually streaming at this time.
Lake 711, make the reverse turn onto runway 31, contact ground 1217, once you're off 8 right. Okay, that's up 31, that's 21, Leave up. 242 down, taxi by Lima, cross runway 13. Lima, cross 134, CAD 242.
We have an Air Canada arriving, but I think we're going to stick with the Philippine.
Mr. 120 tower, you'll be number 2 from the soft lining up at Lima 4 and Lima line up runway 03. Line up the Lima with 120. Oscar 3051, right turn Stanley 5, contact departure in the turn. From Lima 4 for takeoff runway 01. Right turn 7, departure, basic 3 in the turn,
It's a long flight from Manila to Vancouver. Guessing it's 15 hours, something like that.
Good day, it's Outer Harbor Express 301 with Alpha off to Victoria Harbor, view west southwest. Express 301 Vancouver, clearance code 7167, clear to Gulf departure, maintain 500 feet. 7167, we check Gulf for Express 301.
Looks like he's going to park on one of these gates.
Victor, hold short of hotel and contact ground on 127.15.
Waiting for this guy.
Express 301, winds are 1908 knots, slide westbound your discretion and deliver them off contact tower 12402.
Alaska's first, then Philippine, and then the Air Canada A320.
120 departure, more from Lima, clear takeoff runway 03.
It's a good looking aircraft actually in the Alaska scheme. Really nice.
The 654 tower at Lima, line up runway 03.
The Philippines moving now. So we'll go get him. Might be the highlight of our show. More so than even Lufthansa. I don't know. What do you guys think? This or Lufthansa? Curious to know what you guys think. I mean, we've seen Lufthansa before in its glorious splendor. parking right here. Sweet. That was sweet, guys. Super sweet. So let's go have a look at our Air Canada 320. That was very, very cool. I enjoyed that Philippine arrival. Nice, colorful bird. So what did you guys think? Let's have a look here. Esther says Lufty 747. Lufty. Never saw the Lufty, says Agpex. Air India was good. Lufty, okay. I think it's a Lufty. I think we've agreed. Even though the Philippine was nice, the Lufty 747-400 was our favorite, which is, it's okay. I mean, we like the classics. Oh, guys, there we go. But we do have a lander here. We've got the Q400, so I'll just set us up for that. I mean, we've seen a lot of these, but, you know, always nice to see them. You can't have too many. It's kind of like a piece of licorice, right? Another one's never a problem. Oof. Flying the nose wheel.
Charlie, code 7137, vertical conversion to maintain 500 feet.
So guys, let's have a look here. Connie is in the chat. Ken G says it's a very old A320. Indeed. Yeah. And Sway, Pamela T says, I'm in a 737 Westjet 800. So it's if accurate, and we've got a bunch of people on Westjet 737s watching our stream, that's awesome, guys. I'm mega stoked to hear that you are on board a Westjet 37 and you are watching our stream. So amazing. Sway, Pamela T, thank you so much. Hungry Games says there's a A350 coming in at 5:10. Maybe. Could be. Check the YVR website for arrivals.
109, proceed hotel to hotel 4. Call when you want to go back. Okay, thank you. Proceed hotel 4, and we'll call back. Truck 109.
So guys, yeah, all you need to do is go to YVR's website, click on flight arrivals, and have a look. You'll see what's coming in. I mean, you can also check Flight Radar 24. That's a little bit more of a complicated search. But if you just go to YVR's website, there you'll see arrivals and departures. Click on the arrivals, and you will see what flights are coming in, and then we can know if it in fact is an A350 coming in roughly an hour from now. So that'll be nice to know. You guys can let us know. Mike says, is Air Canada retiring their A320s? The word that I have heard is they're going to be around for a few more years. So, yeah, I think we've still got another couple of years of them remaining. That's what friends of mine at Air Canada have told me. And then they'll go to Air Canada jets after that. And we have another lander, guys. Yeah, I think we still have some months to go, as I said, a year or two on the Air Canada 320s. filming him on a cam, a video cam. So what's the time here? It's 4:22, guys. We've still got a bit of time in our show, maybe a couple hours to go, I'd say. So, yeah. Let's see who's... Okay, Pamela says we landed. So I wonder if that's Pamela that we just saw land on the video. Maybe you could let us know, Pamela. Were you on that airplane that just landed? Amazing. And did you were you standing on the, or were you seated on the left-hand side of the aircraft? And did you see me filming up here on the hill? Would be keen to know. Yeah, cool. So, Hungry Gaming says, said on the website A350. So, okay. Tom Fletcher says we've got KLM 777, Lufthansa A350, so that must be the one that is in question, and an Air Canada 787 on the way. Tom, thanks for the heads up on that. Appreciate it. So we've got some good action coming our way, and I'm going to point at the 37 here, and I wonder if the person that was reporting that they just landed, I wonder if that's them right there. What was her name again? Sway Pamela T. I wonder if this is you, Sway Pamela T, that I've got the camera pointed at now. So if I've got footage of you here, which you can come back and watch on YouTube after the fact, because our live stream becomes a permanent video on YouTube. So just go to Airliners Live, click on the Vancouver tab, and you'll find this video. So it'll be there for you to share with friends and family. Yeah, I wonder if that's you. Could very well be. It's awesome. Sway says she's in first class, so that means she's sitting up front. If you are on that aircraft, I think you had a great flight. Good for you. Fantastic. Tom says all those flights are within an hour. So, let's see what else we've got here. Oh, just having a stretch, and we have a lander, guys. What else is new? It looks like a corporate bird, so I'm just going to pull the camera around. It looks like corporate iron coming our way. Falcon or something like that. We'll go nice and tight.
Good afternoon, Global Golf Sierra Uniform November at Millionaire, ready for taxi with Alpha. Sir, Uniform November, ground runway 08 right, altimeter 3001, taxi on the near discretion, hold short of Alpha.
Nice looking corporate iron. What is that, a Falcon jet or? Not sure. Thrust buckets just got stowed. We've got another lander, of course, guys. So I'll just check what that is. Our next lander is from San Diego. It's an Air Canada 320. It's Air Canada Flight 571. So let's have another look at an Air Canada 320 doing its stuff here at YVR on this beautiful afternoon or evening. There it is. Terrific. Looking good. And we'll go tight.
Canada 312, gate 39 information, off of ATC 469 Romeo. Canada 312, Vancouver clearance 469 Romeo, correct departure frequency 1323. And check Air Canada 312.
I remember when these first went into service with Air Canada and Canadian back in '88, roughly the same time as they got their 767-300s. I remember it well. They were nice and new. Yeah, it's been a while. How many years ago is that? Late 80s to now. So that's 35 years. Yeah, they're old girls. Although not all of these are, 1987, 88 deliveries. But, even a 1990 delivery is, 32 years old. So that's an oldish aircraft. But it's nice to see them still in service, doing their thing, carrying passengers comfortably and safely.
One medevac exit right, contact 217.
Let's see what else we've got on finals. We've got from Edmonton, it's the Westjet 171, and I'm just going to pull the camera around, guys, because he's setting up right now. Not too quick, but yeah. Let's get it in position for you. There we go. And tight.
November 70 Lima X-ray ground, taxi by Juliet Hotel.
Oh, bounce. Single bounce action, guys.
There's another back one down. Don't shut off in here. 231 medevac ground, push by Alpha 3, and there's a business jet waiting for you at the top of Alpha. Alpha traffic,
Bounce is always nice when you're watching, of course, from outside. And we have another lander inbound from Seattle. It's a Delta Airlines Embraer, what is that, a 175? I think it is. It's operating the Delta 3808 inbound from Seattle. It's setting up on approach. Mel W., thank you for the $5 donation. I very much appreciate that. That is very kind of you, sir. And let's have a look.
Lima X-ray from Echo. Cross runway 08 right. As you cross runway, make a left turn onto hotel.
There it is.
Okay. The Echo cross 08 right. At Echo, then make the left on hotel and hold short of Alpha. Falcon 0, Lima X-ray. Okay.
One to another. Yeah, we're having good action. I'm pleasantly surprised. Not much downtime, really, for me to dither about. I'd like to have maybe, a little bit more time just so I can check the chat. And I do apologize if I'm not in there as much as I should be. But again, I just, it's kind of like if I leave the camera, then things go out of frame. And so it's a balancing act to keep my eye on the chat and keep the aircraft in frame. So Yeah, there, see? I just took my eye off it for a second. And kind of make... But if I set the camera right there, I can quickly check the chat. Let's have a look, guys. Plane spotting is not allowed in Arab countries. I guess not. I know they're fussy about that there. Yeah, Dubai, I guess it's pretty... You have to do it on the QT, plane spotting. J. Head Rodriguez says he likes the bounce. Yeah, it's cool stuff. Jay says, I love airplanes. Who else have we got here? Yeah, we've got the Mel W. donation for $5. Thank you again, Mel. That is much appreciated. And Paul Davies is joining us from work. Hello, Paul. I guess you just got to work now. Paul works, I believe, a night shift in the UK. So, always nice to see you here with us, Paul. Thank you so much for your help, as always, in moderating the chat when you're able. Paul, next time I am in Manchester, if you happen to live in Manchester, maybe nice to see you at one of the streams if I'm there as a guest. So yeah, it'd be nice to meet you. And again, thank you so much for all your help. It's very much appreciated. J. Head Rodriguez says, what's the best airport for spotting A330s? I guess the answer might be one of the, maybe where would there be the most A330s operating? Who's the biggest operator? Is it Etihad? I don't know. So, hence the Dubai question. Yeah, London Heathrow would be a good one. Well, certainly for A380s, absolutely. British Airways. So... Paul, you live in Liverpool. Fantastic. Paul, we loved it. We went out and visited the office in the morning, and then... the guys dropped us off at the train station in Eccles, and we took the train to Liverpool, which was most enjoyable, to Lime Street Station, and we walked around, I don't know, 4 hours. We had a fabulous... Hang on, guys. We've got something on approach. We had a fabulous time in Manchester. We just loved... Not Manchester, in Liverpool. Walking around, seeing all the sights, you know, lots of Beatle references, of course. And it was just... wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. We've got a Q400, and then after that we've got a A321 inbound from Las Vegas. It's the Air Canada 1061. So first of all is this Q400. So we'll get the Q400 first.
12 kilo, continue inbound, flight towards runway 13. Flight forward, runway 13.
There it is.
Oyster 705 to Vancouver, China, number 2 to caravan traffic over the approach lift. When 6 proceed to the hotel, hold short, hotel, contact 16715.
This is a, who is this? Central Mountain Air -8100. Operating a charter. Yep, they live here. The aircraft, these are based here, these Central Mountain -8s. Look how short that is, short and stubby. Kind of neat, isn't it? It's like a DC-910. Very, very cool to see. So guys, we've got an A321 coming in here, and it's like just feet above the runway.
Jazz 278, taxi by Lima, cross runway 13. Lima, cross 13, Jazz 278.
So yeah, here's this guy, Central Mountain. He didn't show up on the flight radar. It's kind of neat to see.
Be landing long on 08 right.
So we got a, ooh, look at that, guys. Corporate iron.
Morning Star 7052, traffic 1030 and 3 miles. At 700 feet, a helicopter going to fly down runway 13 in front of you and then land on the south apron. Clear the long landing runway 08 right.
That was neat. That was cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And where was I? Where was I? What was I telling you guys? Matt, I was telling you about Liverpool. It was our first visit to Liverpool, and we just loved it. We were on our feet the entire time, except when we went to Liverpool Cathedral. We sat for about 15-20 minutes, maybe half an hour, resting our feet. It's a beautiful cathedral. And then from there we took an Uber to the Liverpool docks, which is a rejuvenated area. That was very nice. Great shops and restaurants and very scenic. That was fun. But we walked all the major streets of Liverpool, including the famous Matthew Street, where all the pubs and bars are, and where the Beatles got their start. The Cavern Club. Streets are beautiful in Liverpool. It's a helicopter. Somewhere I saw a helicopter. Thought I saw a helicopter. There's our A340 just parked right there. So here's a weird airplane, maybe. Well, that's the Caravan that he mentioned. Carson Air operating for FedEx. He's going to land long, as he indicated. So we knew that was going to happen. There's our A321. But yeah, we walked down to the Mersey River and had a look around there. And the Liver building with the birds on top. Fabulous. It's just the architecture of the buildings in Liverpool are wonderful. We'll need to visit Liverpool when we have more time and maybe check out some of the museums. I'd like to see the Beatles Museum. And there's some other great museums there too. So definitely have to go back to Liverpool.
Vancouver clearance here, Canada 55881 with Alpha identifier 469 Lima. 558, the clearance 469 Lima, correct?
So Paul, we enjoyed your city very much. Very much. Oh, what's going on here? Takeoff on this side, guys. It's a bit rare. That is rare.
Channel 278 speed restriction is canceled at Lima, line up and wait, runway 08 right. 15 canceled, line up and wait, 08 right.
Is he heavy or what? What? I've got a. Is he going at a? Oh, he landed and. Okay. He landed and he's going very long. So. That's what happened on that one. He landed and he's going to DHL, I guess. Or not DHL. Who's down there? UPS. He's taxiing into UPS, as you can see. That's what that is. I thought he was going to take off, and we were going to have a takeoff from this runway. But he's pulling into, you can kind of see it, there's a UPS facility there. So that's what's going on over there. Let's see what we have on our arrivals. Not too much. Let's see what's happening over on the north side here. Remote stands. These are remote stands that we're looking at right there. Parking. And we've got a Q400 departing on the south side. You might just see it. Right there.
Code is 7034. 7034 Vancouver 208 right, Chinook 381. 381 correct. I got 443 short left. 443 attack ground, taxi down Lima, cross runway 13.
Did you guys hear something about a Chinook? I heard the mention of a Chinook. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled. Chinooks are always nice. If there is such a beast in our neighborhood here, we'll have to wait and see, right? So, let's have a look here. Esther says you can go on a 360 tour of the Liver building. Wow. Yeah, is that the one where you can go up onto the roof, maybe? And go up to the top and have a view of the city? I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely we want to have a look at the Liver building for sure. Not as busy as Dublin. No, Vancouver, I guess, would not be as busy as Dublin. I would agree with that for sure. And let's have what else I've missed here, what you guys have been chatting about. Melissa says Liverpool is the one. Yes, it is. It is. It's a great place. Great place. Liverpool. And it's easy to walk around, right? I mean, if you're coming from Manchester, just get off at the Lime Street station and just follow your feet, and you're right there on the main foot traffic shopping area. It's just fantastic. You know, all the big stores are there. Uniqlo. We went in the Uniqlo store, had a good look there, and you know, all the big stores are there. So really doesn't matter what the weather's like. You can make a very nice visit to Liverpool. So if you haven't been, I highly recommend it, guys. The Mersey boat tour, Esther says. Yeah, we saw the ferry. We went to the boat, the train station, not the train station. We went to where they sell the tickets to the Mersey ferry tour, and it looked like we would have to wait an hour. So we kind of decided against it for this time, just because our time was short. So we would return. We would return to take the ferry across the Mersey. Who sang that song? Does anybody know? Herman? I think. We've got a lander, guys. Was it Herman's Hermits that sang Ferry Cross the Mersey? There's our Beach 1900 Pacific Coastal. Oh, nice crosswind. Decent. Cargo bird. I thought it was Pacific Coastal. It's not. This is a cargo bird. He's not using brakes. He's saving his brakes. The owner of the airline should be very happy with that pilot because he didn't touch his brakes, I don't think. That's really cost effective. Yeah, we were just impressed with all, lots of Beatle references around the city. Kind of everything you saw. Oh, that's from a Beatles song. Oh, that's from a Beatles song. It's everywhere you look, actually. I don't know if that's something that's been contrived in recent years or it was actually like that, say 1960 or 62, before the Beatles started writing their songs. That part I don't know. But it was neat to see, for sure. And we have a lander, guys. We have a inbound from Santa Ana Airport, John Wayne Airport. It's Air Canada Max. 599 is the flight number. And I'll just bring the cameras around and we'll zoom in and get it nicely for you guys. There it is. Nice puff of smoke. Bit of wing wobble. Customary wing wobble. And we were lucky, the weather was really nice. It was sunny, quite warm too, so we were able to walk around. At the end, when we started to get tired, we did take a few Ubers. As I say, we Ubered it from the cathedral to the dock. Then we Ubered it from the dock to the Lime Street station for our journey back to Manchester. But other than that, we were on foot the entire time.
Ship 381, contact departure airborne from Alpha Cliff for takeoff from Wizard Ring. Roger, the air from Alpha Cliff, takeoff 0.
Who's that?
North Caribou 860 medevac at Alpha Lana, wait room Wizard Ring.
Who's been declared? That's an Air Canada Max. That's been cleared of departure on the other side, guys. So I can move the camera around there, and we can see if we can catch that guy in the roll. We got nothing to lose. He kind of appears about there, so we'll see if we catch it or not. While we're waiting, I'll do a battery check. 20%! Holy moly! Okay, now this battery's not lasting too long, but we have a lander on this side, so I might do it after that lander. Looks like, don't know what it is, guys, but it's maybe something different. So let's just point the camera at it. It's a Saab 340. So we'll get it.
Caribou 860 medevac, contact departure airborne clear for takeoff from Wizard Ring. Airborne clear for takeoff, Tree Cross 307 at Alpha Lana, wait room Wizard Ring.
Pacific Coastal Saab 340. Okay, the max is cleared, so we'll get the max and we'll check our battery again. We'll wait for the max to present himself, kind of maybe center frame. Let's see if it goes. Yeah, Max has not yet started his roll, so we'll see. Yeah, we didn't go to the Northwestern Weatherspoon, but we did go. Oh, that's you, Andy. The Northwestern Weatherspoon is a vibe. Maybe that is the one you took us to. I don't know. The battery, yeah, we've got a little bit of time here. It's at 20%.
Contact departure.
Well, we've got another. Yeah, so Andy and Sam took us to a Witherspoon's on our first night, on the Saturday night. It was amazing. We enjoyed it immensely. We really had a nice evening. I had the burger. Classic burger. And it was nice, right? It wasn't too loud, so we were able to talk. Have a good visit. Central Mountain, they operate feeder services out of both the north side and the south terminal. We got a lander. It's a Max inbound. It's a Westjet actually, 737 inbound from Toronto. It's the 717. And my battery is at 17%, guys, so it's kind of quiet. Yeah, this battery was a pretty quick bleed off, actually. So we're going to do another battery change here just because we can. And why not? So, you know what? The battery is at 17%. So I think we can do one more landing here. One more landing and then we'll do it. We'll do this guy. This Westjet. Then we'll do our battery change. Nice stuff. Slams it into the runway. So, you know, I think this might be a good time to do our battery change, guys. So, yeah, bear with me. I'll do a countdown. I'll do a standard procedure countdown, and we'll do the battery change. So, I'll just get the camera ready to slide off. So, yeah, countdown, guys, battery change. So, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll be back in a second. So I'm just reattaching the camera to the tripod. Will just take me 1 second, and I'll put the dud battery away and get all things checked up. Yeah, we're back to 100% on our batteries, so good strength here. Everything's all good. Signals look good. So yeah, thank you, Paul. We're here. And we've got another lander. I'll just figure out what it is for us. It's from Calgary. It's a Westjet 121737, and he's not too far out. So let's get him. There he is. Maybe we'll go a little bit tighter than that's it. See the ocean in the back? Nice front gear bounce. Have a look at the engines. Bit of wing wobble as he rolls it out, and the one that just landed is right there, taxiing around to the other side. Let's see what we've got else on approach. We've got a Q400 coming in next. So it's a little bit of a ways out. And is there anything on the other side?
We're looking at
nope.
0030.
They're towing this aircraft, I guess, from the other side to this side. Is that a 600?
We're on Juliet.
I think it's a 600. They're quite rare. Yeah, they're getting rare. I guess they're already 10 plus years old, if maybe even older. These 600s. But they're who else had them? SAS, I think. They're not. They didn't build many of these aircraft. So they're a bit of a rarity. I'm watching the approach. And that's the one that just landed, Fudger. He's going obviously to the other side. Oh, it's Westjet City tonight, guys. Westjet City. Michelle, thank you very much for your kind words. I hope your boss doesn't present any problems. So have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that, Michelle, and we'll see you in our next show. And sleep well. That's the one we saw do the long landing and went over to the UPS area. Yeah, he went to the UPS area, so he's now on its way for departure. So operating a courier flight, of course. So, Scottish guy says 25 minutes until the Lufthansa A340. Mel says, I need to try Westjet one day. I think they're a pretty good airline. But we're lucky here in Canada. We have two good all our airlines are good. But yeah, both Westjet and Air Canada give a good service. So
2121 ground 65 Juliet Hotel Golf to April. Juliet Hotel Golf to April. Westjet 121.
Esther is getting a pumpkin coffee. That sounds nice. We were just commenting ourselves here in the stores at the lack of Halloween stuff on offer. I love pumpkin pie. It's kind of something that I like at this time of year. I'll admit it. I can eat a whole pumpkin pie in one sitting. Yes, I can. The whole thing, the whole wheel. I can do that. I'm capable of it. It's one of my weaknesses. And so we just noticed that there's a lack of Halloween stuff in the stores right now. So we've got a Q400 landing, guys.
Company phoned up, flight planning, asked them to cancel the flight plan. So I guess they haven't already done so, filed a new one, but I haven't done it yet. Okay, we'll call them again, thanks. Before you can stay with me in Delta 9, Delta Yankee. Like Papa India overflow, the first shall obey right caution turtles about 37 departing once yourself on the runway remain south and land at your discretion.
It's a nice landing. And we're bringing another 37 over to this side. Westjet. I think it's Westjet that's dragging it over. It's Air Canada. Swiss Cheese Airline says, I'm new here. Welcome, Swiss Cheese. Thank you for tuning in. This is Airliners Live. And we're streaming here in Vancouver. This is a bonus show. It's not our normally scheduled show for Vancouver. Our normal Vancouver show is every week, Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is 7 p.m. British time. That's our normal show, weather dependent. And of course, our head office guys in Manchester do their Manchester show as well, several times a week. And their big show is their Super Sunday show. So you want to hit that like and subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe, and then you'll get a notification on your device whenever we are going live. So you won't miss any of our shows, be it in Manchester or Vancouver or John Fez's Flight Sim show. So hit that that subscribe button if you guys would like to be aware of when we're actually going live.
Yeah, no, you have to call clearance first, sir. Okay, call clearance, I'll set my minute. Like the Gulf Alpha, taxi back, go move short on this one, right?
That beeping you're hearing is actually my airband scanner. Sometimes we pick up a beep from the rotating beacon on the airfield, and we haven't heard it today. It's an atmospheric thing. Some days the atmospheric conditions are such that you don't hear it. Some days are that you do hear it. But that beeping, that right now, the very audible beep, is my scanner scanning the scanning the approach and the tower frequency, which is what we're monitoring here on the show. David, David Gmail. Hey, David. Glad to see you here on the show. I know David. David is a local aviation fan and enthusiast, and he's a good guy. He's a great guy. And David, glad to see you here on the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, guys, look who's leaving. Yikes. Quick turnaround.
458 to runway 13 if you're able. Check ground 1217. Over to ground 117. As 161 Tower Lima, line up runway 08 right. Now 161, hold short runway 08 right. There's traffic coming behind you. Just hold there. If you're not ready, I'll pull you over to the Lima holding right. Yeah, well, we'll put there and let's see what you can take it from Lima 4. 122, check that. Okay.
Surprised to see Lufthansa on their outbound pretty quick. It's a pretty fast turnaround for a wide body.
Line up runway 08 right. Somebody right, Westjet 122, Lima 4.
Wow.
Alpha 2. Those 3953 clearance. Archer, from Lima 4.
Very cool.
Right, Westjet 122. Is 132.3. Code is 7047. The valid 0038. Cancel 0042. Roger, Skyline 3953, can you repeat, so I got it clear to Seattle, frequency 1323, squawk 7047, 0038, and then Boyd at 0042. I missed the routing and altitude. 3953, okay, I'll
So Pamela T. Swice says, I'm in my house. I'm going to replay the live video. Okay. Yes, this is going to Germany. Lufthansa to Frankfurt.
Whiskey, taxi Delta Whiskey, across Delta to Delta 5, hold short runway 08 right. Lufthansa 493, when you're on Lima, monitor tower 118.7. On Lima, we want to tell 18.7 on 493. 3953, you want to try it again? Roger, I think that is Seattle, Fraser 7, flight plan route 132.3, 7047 squawk, and then 0038, and then Boyd 0042. That's 3953, correct. Roger, thank you. Skyline 3953. Ground and lower Canada 312, gate 39, ready for pushback. Is the other one calling? That's the one. Phone for is on the visual foot, 08 right. Let's go 1614, Vancouver Tower. Continue number 1, runway 09. Continue number 1, 09. Bravo Charlie, Gary for the eastbound. Bravo Charlie, Tower line eastbound, Milwaukee, your discretion. Bravo Charlie. Call you back. Victor Ground Jazz 806, Victor to hold shuttle hotel.
I think what is focus on the Lufthansa.
806 ground, taxi by Victor, hold short, Lima. Victor, hold short Lima, Jazz 806. That's on for 3107, I just talked to the company a few minutes ago. They said they sent flight information over to you guys. Just wondering if you guys have a flight plan on us. Call you back. Vancouver clearance, it's Foxtrot 9, Papa India. Foxtrot Mike, Papa India, standby.
It's far away, but...
Hotel 3107, PDC was sent out. That PDC 469 kilo, information Bravo. Keep line 7.
So we're going to just hold the camera kind of in this general direction unless something earth-shattering comes in. And we're going to watch the Lufthansa depart for what it's worth, right? We're looking into the sun, but what the heck? It is epic. Swiss cheese, I agree. And we'll have plenty of chance to see other aircraft other times. So we're going to hang tight and wait for the Lufty to go. Esther says, I still need to see a 747. I'm gutted I missed the one that landed at Manchester. Yeah, they're rare. They're definitely rare. If you want to see these aircraft kind of close to home, you could go to Frankfurt. They're a dime a dozen in Frankfurt right now, but in 10 months from now, we could be saying they're gone. So you never know. I don't think Lufthansa is going to retire them that quickly myself. My gut feel and kind of what I've heard is they're making money with them, flights are full, and I don't think there's a burning desire to retire them overnight. So, but you never know. In the airline industry, you just don't know, right? So you get them while you can, for sure. John Burns says, are they taking off towards the Fraser Valley? Yes. Correct. We're on runway 08 operations today, John, here at YVR. So we're taking off from the west to the east, out over the valley. That is absolutely correct. So David says the Lufty A340 is next on arrival. So let's see if I can see it. Yeah, I see it. I do see it. It's the Lufthansa 476 inbound from Munich.
I don't have anything on you. You're going IFR or VFR? It's VFR, and I just landed 1 minute ago to jump on that.
Guys,
Roger.
If I have to make a choice, what have we got there? Something coming in. Saab 340.
Foxtrot Mike, Papa India. Still don't have it, but I can get you something here to get you going. You're going back to Campbell River, is that what you said? That's not coming up.
Guys, I'm going to see if we can get both the the 47 and the A350. That's my goal, is to get the two of these for us. But the 350 is almost setting up right here. Yikes. Yikes. So, Debbie, I thank you for your comments. We're outside the secure area, so and I'm wearing a high-vis vest. I think they know that I'm here. So, guys, look at this.
Just be advised that this is not attached to your flight plan. And contact
350. We're going to have the Lufties both on the roll at the same time. Crikey. I'll be gobsmacked if we have to choose between the two.
Mike, Papa India, correct. And then Mike, Papa India, just confirm you're familiar with the spring departure.
This is nuts, guys.
Mike, with you again. Papa India, Vancouver, Canada. We are there. We are hovering, ready to depart spring departure. Papa India, have a heavy departing. It's going to be 3 minutes. Put it on the ground and hold the reference to turbulence. Ready to depart. Tower for 088 code on their side, Lima already. 088 Tower at Lima, line up runway 08 right, it will be a delay for turbulence departing 47. 088, line up 08 right. #3107 clearance. Good, Bronco 3107. 3107 Never 100% if the second PDC always makes it there in time.
The 400's rolling, guys.
Yeah, that would be great. 4107, cleared Terrace Airport by the Vancouver 2 departure, runway 08 right, flight plan route. Departure frequency 12612, squawk 0034. Alright, encore 3107, cleared to the Terrace Airport by Vancouver 2 departure. And, 12 in the air.
So I'm going to try to get the 400 for you. It's already cleared the building, so I think we're going to see the 400 about here. Unfortunately, I missed the departure because we had to get the 350, and the 747 was up late, unfortunately. So.
312 ground taxi via Lima across runway 31. That's runway 08, altimeter 3001. 3001, taxi Lima across 31, Canada Dreamliners.
When it rains, it pours, guys. When it rains, it pours. Sod's law. Right? Two on top of each other, or none. So, it is what it is. We kind of got to see both.
.088 tower. In the terminal contact departure from Lima, clear takeoff on Y 08 right. Contact departure, defensive takeoff 08 right, clear 088. Canada 558, shortly move. Canada 558, ground taxi Lima cross runway 31. Lima cross 1756, Vancouver cleared to the Los Angeles Airport by the Fraser 7 departure, runway 08 right, flight plan route, departure frequency 1323, squawk 0023. Vancouver United 1756, we're cleared to the Los Angeles Airport, Fraser 7. And 08 right, flight plan route. Departure 132.3 and squawking 0023. 1756, clearance feedback correct. Mike, taxi Juliet, hold short. X-ray Lima, contact northbound again, please. 12715. Welcome. Pump India, the 3 minutes for the turbulence on the heavy is over, but it'll be another 3-minute delay for turbulence departing medium aircraft. We are right on the ground to let us know when we can go. Cat 312 Tower at Lima, line up runway 08 right.
So guys,
That's the boat line up 8 right there, Canada. Hotel, this is Hospital for the 575 Harvey information tower. You're looking at 2 Canberra there. Cat 312 Tower, that's turn contact departure from Lima, clear takeoff runway 08 right. This is right there, Canada 31. Via the Family 5 departure, runway 08 right, flight plan route, departure frequency 1323, squawk 0042.
It's good action, guys. Really good action here, I have to say. Wow. Mega. Holy moly. You know, it is challenging when I have to choose between aircraft, but it's kind of a cool thing.
Contact tower 1187 prior to the westbound. 2412, Juliet Tower. Take off the level westbound your discretion at turn over contact tower 124.02.
Where's he going?
61 contact tower 187.
That's weird. Look at this. Is this a ferry flight? I wonder. Doesn't seem to be heading. Well, there he goes. Okay. I thought he was heading towards the hangar, but he's not. So.
Delta Echo, hold short, runway 08 right. Juliet Hotel Delta Echo, hold short, 08 right. Roger. ID off, Juliet Hotel fully home. Towers 90 ground taxi, Lima there. Wait for Juliet. Vancouver plans, Costco 237, information Charlie, IFR to Powell River. 237, Vancouver clearance, delivery cleared, Powell River Airport by the Stanley 5, departure runway 08 right, flight plan route, departure frequency 1323, squawk 5334. Costco 237, clear to the Powell River, Airport Stanley 5, departure 0 right, flight plan route, departure 132.3, squawk 5334. 237 clearance, read back correct date is true.
So what do we got here, guys? Kez RJ, thank you for the Australian $20 donation for the double lifty delight. Yeah, thank you, Kez. Yeah, double lifty delight. At least we got it. At least we got it.
X-ray Lima, continue taxi, Echo Cross, runway 08 right, taxi, hotel, Alpha Team. Vancouver plans. Express 308, I'm going to westbound flight.
We've got a 37 here landing, guys. And the Air Canada's pulling in right there. It's being marshaled in front of us. And we've got a Calgary inbound, followed by the Amsterdam KLM. So, here's the MAX. Here. And then KLM is after this guy.
Take off the level westbound your discretion at turn over contact tower 124.02.
So KLM from Amsterdam, it's the KLM 681. It's a 777, and I have it in short visuals. So guys, we're going to pull our camera around. David says it's a 777-200. David, thank you for the heads up. Thank you, sir. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. KLM in from Schiphol Airport.
Echo 556, ground taxi via Juliet Hotel Delta Echo, hold short runway 08 right. Taxi Juliet Hotel Delta Echo, hold short 8 right, Pascal 556. clearance PDC, correct. Check the noise 1, departure fixture 1323.
Canada 562.
Yeah, 60, push at 32. 60 Vancouver ground, push back at your discretion. Check on floor pushing gate 27. Check traffic, push up. Foxtrot Echo X-ray, November ground. Taxi, Delta Whiskey. Delta 5, hold short, runway straight right. Delta Whiskey, Delta 5, hold short, straight right. Taking a clear to Beaver Harbor, traffic 5209. Beaver Harbor, Trust 5209, Vancouver, clearance delivery, Dory departure, squawk 3006, and contact tower 187 prior to the westbound. Dory 3006, 18 minutes prior to Central 52, I think. First line Dory right up and 183 minutes.
Got a medevac coming in, guys.
India, still not getting anything on the transponder. Recycle it, please. Roger, recycling again. 001, taxi via Lima, cross runway 31. Lima, cross 31, I'll cross 31. India, not above 500 feet, follow the river northwestbound. Roger, not above 500 feet, and we'll follow the river northwestbound. Vancouver Tower, exit 760 with you visually now for 8 right. Jet 760 Vancouver Tower, continue number 2, runway 0 right, following the Beechcraft short mile. What's the good exit 760? Vancouver Tower, plus up Michael Page, did you meet northeast with the river? That spring departure heading towards Campbell River. Do not have you on radar. Follow the river westbound, please. Roger, westbound, following. Top India, remain clear of the harbor zone. Looks like you're more over the water or over the land than the water. Turn towards Point Grey. Roger, heading Point Grey at 800 feet. You are cleared to 5 along the river on a spring departure. Are you familiar at all with the route? Roger, we are following the river not about 500 feet. Direction Buckley. Okay, I want to treat.
Guys, that was good. That was nice. That was really cool. I enjoyed the KLM arrival. What's not to enjoy about a KLM arrival? It was great. That was stunning. I agree, Paul. I really, really enjoyed it. The light was fabulous. It was a nice leisurely taxi-in. And, yeah, it was nice. It was good fun. So, Reef Robson says, good day from Sydney, down under. Hello, Reef. Thank you for joining us from Sydney. Must be, yeah, your morning. What is it, about 5 o'clock in the morning your time? 5:25 a.m.? Are we about 12 hours ahead of you, I think? I think we're about 12 hours difference between Vancouver and Sydney. So yeah, good morning. Good morning, Sydney. So Esther says, yeah, looking at flights now to Frankfurt. You should go. I mean, it's a nice place to visit for Oktoberfest. And you'll be able to see some 747s for sure. There's very good spotting locations around Frankfurt Airport. Of course, the McDonald's in Terminal 2. That's a great place to hang out. I really enjoy hanging out on the outdoor obs deck by the McDonald's in Frankfurt. Highly recommend that. Very civilized. If you're hungry, you can go get something to eat. Not just from the McDonald's. There's a pizza place there. Italian place as well. And off airport, there's a great runway spot. 2 great runway spotting locations. One of them you need to take the T bus to. And the other one you probably need to rent a car. But yeah, there's some very good spotting locations at Frankfurt as well. You can research those and easily find them. So highly recommend it. Frankfurt is very spotter friendly. And the fence goes entirely around that airport. So you see people walking with their dogs and whatnot. And it's beautiful. It's very, very, very nice place. And the Germans are spotter friendly. So 11:20 a.m. in Sydney. Okay. 11:20 a.m. Yeah. Thank you for the heads up on that. Michael says Bula from Fiji. And Nabila says my favorite is the MD-11. Yeah, not many MD-11s. Last time I was in Frankfurt, well, pre-pandemic, Lufthansa Cargo had a lot of MD-11s operating. That was, when was that? November of 2019, I think. I'm not sure if Lufthansa's already retired those MD-11 cargo birds or not. I think they probably have replaced them with, what, 7.6s, 7.7s? Something like that. We've got a Q400 on approach, guys. Ooh, and we've got a Q400 departing, too. Double Q400s. So the one on approach is kind of right here, guys. Hello, beer guy. Yeah, I'm getting, now that you mention it, I'm getting a bit thirsty. But I don't want to drink too much when I'm out here for obvious reasons, right? There's no facilities, so I tend to come out here with empty stomach and empty bladder because it's just, I don't want to be uncomfortable when I'm doing the show. It's nice. Nice lander for us. And we've got a heavy guy, so I'm going to bring the camera around. We've got a nice heavy setting up on pretty short finals. I'm just going to figure out where he's inbound from. He's inbound from Toronto. It's the Air Canada 119, and it's a 7.8. So we'll just get our cameras in the right position for you guys. There he is. You guys can see him. And I'll zoom up. Something like that. Gear. can hear that little chirping. That's the beacon, actually. Guys, we got a cargo bird coming in, so I think I'm going to bring the camera around. Oh, it's a Q400. My sincere apologies. I thought it was a Convair liner, but it's actually a Q400. So now that I brought the camera around, we'll watch it. But I wanted to have the don't want us to miss the Convair 580. Yeah, that would be a dream. Convair 440. With any luck, we'll have the Kelowna Flightcraft Convair 580s, 2 flights back to back, come in right on this runway for us in about 20 minutes. That will be a treat and a half. Again, it's pretty comfortable because the weather is nice. There's a gentle breeze, and oh, hang on, we've got something else on approach. It's a Edmonton inbound from Westjet, and then behind that we've got a Air Canada from Edmonton as well. So here comes United Airlines. United Airlines is going to, let's see if it shows up on the flight radar. Yeah, Los Angeles, United Airlines Flight 1756, heading to LAX. And here's our Toronto inbound, taxiing very nicely. Not to miss anything. There's that. And there's our United. Plenty of action. It's a Max. Wow. It's pretty good. Nabila D, thank you for the $9.99 donation. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. And I'm glad you're enjoying our show. Thank you again, Nabila D. We've got the other lander here. So, where is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the light's kind of looking good. We haven't been wanting for action, actually. It's been a really nice and busy arrival scene here at YVR. For those of you that are maybe tuning in the short little while that's passed since I last mentioned it, this is the Airliners Live show. This is if you're watching right now, this is live. We're streaming live from Vancouver International Airport, YVR in Vancouver, BC, Canada. And my name is Henry Tenby, and I'm a lifelong aviation fan. This is my hometown airport, and I love filming, and it's a great pleasure for me to present the show to you guys, and I appreciate those of you hanging out here with me tonight. Light's starting to actually get pretty good because it's going down, so we're not getting that blowout effect where we, earlier in the show everything was all white and washed out. That was because of the light conditions, and now we're able to see a lot more of the detail on the side of the aircraft, and it's looking pretty good to my eyes. We've got a CRJ landing, guys, so I'll gently bring the camera around for the CRJ so we can watch that. Beer Guy, I'm glad you enjoy our channel. Thank you for your kind words. Have a cold one for me, please. I'll drink to that. And here it is. Here's our CRJ. Air Canada Jazz. Let's go. He's landing long, so we'll just watch this guy taxi to the gate instead. Yep, we're in Sea. This is Sea Island, where I'm standing. YVR is located on Sea Island, which is part of the township of Richmond, which is a suburb of Vancouver. I actually grew up in Richmond. I was born at VGH on the Vancouver side, but my parents lived in Richmond. So from the age of 0 up until I was, about 14, I was in Richmond. Grew up in Sunnymead. So from 1964 until 1978, I lived in Richmond and had all the aircraft flying over my house back then. PW Convair 640s I remember well because they used the cross runway, which is no longer in use for airliner operations. But it used to fly right over Richmond, central Richmond, and we lived in Sunnymead, and you'd see the Convair 640s coming right in, Rolls-Royce Dart engines. I remember it well. Yes, Beer Guy, please do. Absolutely. DJ Ian says he lives close to the runway at Winnipeg. Winnipeg's a great airport. I was in Winnipeg this summer. I had to do 2 trips there, actually, and I really enjoyed it. You know what I like about Winnipeg? You guys have good C-130 action. My God, I saw C-130s bashing the circuit. It was amazing, man. 4 Allison engines, that throaty, deep baritone. I saw lots of C-130s in the circuit at Winnipeg. Where else? Well, maybe at bases in the United States, but certainly here in Vancouver, I haven't seen a C-130 for decades. So, oh, look at that, guys. What was that? Yeah, Yeah, that's a Pacific Coastal. To see C-130s in the circuit, it's absolutely magnificent. And well, Canadian Forces have a base at Winnipeg, and you'll see Charlie 130s in the circuit. I mean, you can see it at Bryce Norton too, right? Oh, Alaska, nice stuff. Cool scheme. Smiling Eskimo. Yeah, so Winnipeg has a lot of good aviation stuff. They've got a great museum. Well, they've got two good museums. They've also got a museum at the Canadian Forces Base too. So I met some of the guys that work there, and I did have an invitation to meet the people that run the museum at the airport. So I have reason to go back to Winnipeg. And I've got good friends in Winnipeg. Have I been to Nanaimo? Asks Oliver. Yes, I have. I've been to Nanaimo a number of times over the decades. And the most recent time would have been maybe the summer before the pandemic. So yeah, beautiful, right? Downtown. I love filming at the downtown float base at Nanaimo. It's magnificent, really beautiful, just stunning. So we have a lander here. Nice transition, if I dare say so myself. Let's go tight, maybe. Always nice to see the Air Canada A340s. It's a race. Who's going to win, Air Canada or Westjet? Air Canada pulls up front. Westjet's in number 2. Give that pilot a prize.
Roger, you read that correct? Contact tower, ground on 12715, ready for pushback. 12715, ready for pushback.
Let's turn the radio back on for a bit. See what's happening with our frequencies.
Touch up 568 ground taxi, Alpha to the apron. Alpha to the apron.
Well, guys, how's everybody doing? 5:47 p.m. in Vancouver. That's right, 10 to 6, guys. It is. Let's check our battery. We're at 57%, so all is good on the battery front.
562 ground taxi.
Guys. Saab 340.
Let's go 237 ground, runway 08 right, altimeter 3001. Hold short of Alpha is a citation inbound for the apron going to customers. That's hold short of Alpha, that's good to see. Westjet 123 ground taxi Juliet Hotel Golf View. Juliet Hotel Golf View. Let's go 237, give way to the inbound citation on Alpha, taxi Alpha,
So guys, in 10 minutes we should, if we're lucky, have a 2 Convair 580s of Kelowna Flightcraft present themselves for us. Hopefully. Air Canada needs a good wash and brush up. Yeah, it's an old aircraft. So, yeah. So, what else have we got happening here, guys? Turkish is in soon, according to David. What time, David? Do you have an ETA on that for me? If you could let me know, that would be awesome. It's a nice backdrop. I'm watching for the telltale smoky trails out in the distance for the Convairs. They might bring them in on the other runway though, because they do park on the other side. So with any luck they'll use this side and we'll get a nice smoky sooty arrival. Convair 1950s generation Convair 580. You never know. We've had them here before on this side. This is actually a Pacific Coastal Saab 340. It operates contract flight routes for Westjet. Temperature's dropping, by the way, guys. Turkish Oliver Lotan says 3 minutes. Well, that's pretty awesome news. After the Q400, so beauty. Andy's still awake. Holy moly, Andy! Yikes! My goodness. You know what, Andy? We'll see after the Turkish arrives. We'll see if you know what it looks like, and you know we got Convairs and whatnot. I was thinking of ending the show around 6:15ish, unless there was good reason to keep it going. Our sundown here is at 6:45, so we'll play it by ear, kind of. But yeah, Andy, amazing you're still awake, burning the midnight oil. David says Turkish is next. Oh, I see him. I see it. I see the Turkish. That is delightful. Alan says, great show, Henry. Well, I'm doing the best I can. It's my pleasure. And hope you are well in Suffolk. So let's have a look at our Turkish. Our delightful arrival.
Sierra Whiskey November, cross runway 08 right, taxi Charlie to the apron. Let's go 3052 ground, taxi by Juliet Hotel Delta Echo to the apron, give way to ups direction dash 8 on hotel. They'll be exiting in Gulf. Taxi Juliet Hotel Delta and Echo, and looking for the dash 8 traffic. That's 3052. 3052, Roger. He's currently on Delta. They'll be turning up the Hotel Gulf here shortly. We have a site here past the 3052. Thank you.
UPS just taxied out, just so you guys can see it. UPS, we've seen it before, but I want just for this show here, this is the UPS A330, not the A330, A300, which is cool to see. Departing at its usual published time, which is now, basically 6 o'clock. A300 freighter. As I say, I just wanted you guys to see that. And I'm scanning for the conveyors, because they usually show up about now. And the temperature is bleeding off quickly, actually. So yeah, there he is. Where's he? I think he's going to Albuquerque, if I'm not mistaken. This is going to Louisville. That's correct. It's Louisville departure. And our Turkish has now made the turn, and he's making his way back here. There it is. It looks good. That looks cool. You guys read what the name is on that? I can't quite make it out. And I see an aircraft on approach, so... Hagia Sophia. Is that the Hagia Sophia Cathedral in Istanbul? Maybe. Yeah, it's a fabulous place. I think that's Hagia Sophia. Great action, guys. Really, this is a good time to be doing our stream, just because there's such a variety of aircraft. I mean, the temperatures change quite a lot. So, wow. Yeah, Hagia Sophia. Thank you, DJ Ian. Yeah, Hagia Sophia is in Istanbul. I've been to it. It's the Hagia Sophia Cathedral. Or mosque. Yes, Hagia Sophia equals Hagia Sophia. Thank you, Adil, for that. I was curious about that. I was curious. The spelling's a bit different, but Adil set me straight on that. So Dom Lalonde says he's only been to, I've only flown twice in my life. First time was Montreal to Amsterdam to Istanbul. Well, it's a great city, Istanbul. I love it very much. Hey guys, thank you for the heads up. So apparently David says the Convair's turning finals, and we've got a 757 Icelandair first, and then we've got the Convair. So, wow, it's amazing. Mosinkan says, what's your favorite aircraft type? Oh, I've got many favorite aircraft types, but Vickers, Viscount, Vanguard, they're up there for sure. Guys, the sun's going down. As the temperature goes down, as the sun goes lower, the temperature bleeds off very quickly. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put on my windbreaker because it's like incredible bleed off in temperature here. So bear with me for a second, guys. I'm just going to put my jacket on. Yikes. Oh, that's better. That is so much better. Glad I brought it. Okay. Yeah. So we've got the 757 followed. Oh, David says I love the 707. Yeah, 707s and DC-8s. Yeah, Sue, it's getting cool here. The wind picked up and the temperature is getting cold. David says the Icelandair 757 is next. I do see it. I do see it actually in the distance. Let's check the battery. 44%, so I don't think we have a panic situation here, guys. Not yet. But I see the 7.5 out there. See, the light got good. The light got, as the light gets closer to sunset. Oh, there goes our Airbus. Off to Louisville. Turning south to the United States. And let's get the 757, guys. Let's get the 75. Thank you, DLGEG, for the heads up on that. Beer guy likes the 7.4. There's the sun. And you guys can see the 7.5. Icelandair. So watching for the Convairs, guys. Watching for the Convairs. for 580s. So I'm going to pounce on them. I think I do see one out in the yonder. Yeah, I got smoke. I got smoke in the distance, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got smoke. Classic smoke. And I'm going to sacrifice the 757 for it too. Very shortly. Because you can't get everything. Smoking Convairs are special. Okay guys, time to get the Convair. Our first one. Maybe we get two. Maybe we get lucky. Second one is coming in right now, guys, so I've got to sacrifice one for the other. Believe it or not. No, it's a Dash 8, thank God. Thank the Lord. guys, I haven't been talking too much because I think it would be sacrilege to be talking on top of Allison engines. They are so rare to hear, and I'm gonna let us enjoy the sounds here. We've got another Q400 landing. But 1950s generation airliners take priority over Q400s. On my show, anyhow. Wow, guys, we got a Q400. I'm mega stoked. How old are these Convaires? They're from the 1950s. They were re-engined in the 1960s, in the late 1960s, with Allison engines. They were built as piston-powered aircraft, and they had the Allison engines installed in about 1968. And we're gonna get this guy here as he punctures the roof of the terminal building. There he is. I hope you guys are enjoying this show. We're getting stuff we don't normally get here. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I think you guys have enjoyed it too, just because it's different stuff, right? Look what we've got here. We've got KLM, we've got Iceland Air, we've got Philippine Airlines, we've had the A340, we've had double lufties. Double lufties is a mega treat. We've had the Convair. It's just been really thoroughly rewarding hanging out here with you guys. So. Thank you, Andy. Glad you enjoyed it. DG Flo Jag, glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, FedEx is off to Memphis. And yes, Louise, glad you liked seeing the Convair. I'm wondering if we have another Convair in. David. Okay, David says, yeah, next Convair is in a few minutes. So we're going to wait for the Convair to come in. It might be the 5800s. So yeah, we'll have another Convair in a few minutes. And how's my battery? 33%. So I think that's going to last. But notice the light has got really good, guys. It's just beautiful light, because this is twilight zone. This is what we call the twilight zone lighting. And it's just where the light just gets diffused beautifully. So Dom Lalonde says it's the first time on my show. Pretty cool. I'll definitely ring the bell. Thank you so much, Dom. That is amazing. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Paul, glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, we had good variety, Sue. We had great variety. Thumbs up, Henry, says the AMX 1972. Your voice is very clear. Yeah, it's just, again, has to do with the wind and, a lot of factors, right? Atmospheric factors. Sometimes my voice isn't so clear. So, yeah, M. Montalvan says, cool. The Allison engines are the same as the old C-130s. Exactly. Lockheed Electra C-130s and the Convairs, the re-engined Convairs. So, there you go. Cessna Caravan on floats. They all have the Allison 501 engines. So, props can be standard Aero products or Ham standard. Slightly different props, but the engines themselves are the Allison engines. Yeah, Don says I'm not even watching the Habs game. Is there one on right now? That would be interesting. John Moss Online says, first time watching from Brisbane. Really enjoyed your coverage. Well, hey, Brisbane's beautiful. You have a nice airport too in Brisbane. Hey, look who's coming out, guys. Air India. So yeah, glad you can join us from Brisbane. Air India is looking good for us this evening too, isn't it? Also, pretty quick turnaround for them. You saw them come in earlier. So that's neat. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for the Convair guys. The AMX 1972 says, my brother's been a pilot for many years with Delta. Do you get many Delta flights at Vancouver? Yeah, we do. Minneapolis. We had the Embraer today. So, yeah. We do have not a lot of Delta flights, you know, few flights a day. So again, I'm scanning for the Convair guys. There it is. There's the Convair. It's on the other side. It's a bummer it didn't come in on this side. As I say, they prefer to go to that side if they can, just because it's more convenient for them. And yeah, where's the Air India? There's the Air India. So, Craig says, I had a grandmother who flew the TWA Convair 880 back in the, well, it would have been the 60s. Yeah, that's right. I think they went into service around 1960, around there. So, yeah, the Air India is a 777, John. It is. So, it's 20 after 6 right now. Yeah, hot in California. We've got a departure over here. See, the light looks pretty decent there. Just wondering if we have anything on approach that's interesting. I can see we've got the Saskatoon RJN. Looking for anything big in the next short while here. I don't think so. So what I'm thinking is, let's have a look here. Stand by, guys. Yeah, I'm thinking probably it makes sense for us to end the show on the Air India departure, so which will be in a few minutes. So we're going to follow the Air India out, and we'll watch his departure. And then that's where we'll end the show. So if those of you that are staying up late and trying to figure out when we're going to end the show, It's going to be the Air India. So we're just going to follow him out here. We'll film his departure. And then I'll do the sign off. So I think that makes sense. It'll give me enough time to pack my gear up while we still have daylight before the coyotes come out and start making their presence known. So, and I'm starting to shiver too. And as I say, the temperature's probably dropped about 10 degrees since I got here, if not more. Oh, here's that CRJ, guys. Air India is behind the building, so it's okay. We can watch the CRJ here arrive, and then we can move over to the Air India. So, yeah, Laura, the plan is I'll do my regular Thursday show in a few days. So that's the plan. This is a bonus show. This is a pop-up show. So, yes, the coyotes always would like a snack. So they're probably around. Probably more scared of me than me scared of them, but you never know. Look at the light. Isn't that nice? That is gorgeous Twilight Zone lighting right there, guys. Air India is still not onto the active, so we don't have anything major on approach here. Yeah, so I've had fun. It's nice for me, right? Because it gets me out of my office and can hang out with you guys and just talk about airplanes and watch the aircraft. And it's fun to be here, especially when the weather's nice. So, okay, guys, Air India is now making the turn onto the active. So we're going to bring the camera around and we'll just point it. You can see his tail. There's the tail. There's his tail. Right there. So we'll watch him. He's going to make a U-turn here in a second. So generally I wouldn't be showing you guys this because it's a tail behind a boring building, but it's the end of our show. So we're just, and this is our last bird to depart. So, Alan Dodge is watching from Layton, Utah. Glad you enjoyed it, Alan. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciate it. And David, who's here in Vancouver, said QFA 787. Does that mean Qantas 787 is on approach, which I see with my bare eyes? If that's the case, we'll end the show on that. So we'll do the Qantas, guys. We'll wait for the Air India to puncture through, break on through to the other side, to quote the late Jim Morrison. Waiting for it. There he is. Off to Delhi. Okay, guys, I think we do have No, we don't. We've got an inbound United Airlines. I don't see Qantas anywhere. So, no Qantas. Yeah, no Qantas, guys. So, what I think I'll do is just do the sign-off. Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Well, guys, here I am. It's been fun. Well, what can I say? It's been a lot of fun, this show. We had a lot of neat stuff. This has been a pop-up show, so it's just been a show that we've layered on just because the opportunity presented itself. The weather was good. I was available, so there you have it. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining in and tuning in on this edition of Airliners Live. My name is Henry Tenby. I've been presenting from Vancouver International Airport in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And I'd like to thank you all so much for being here. Wishing everybody a good night, all the best. I'll just film one final landing and then we're gonna knock it on its head. So here is our final landing of the evening, guys. Then I promise I'm gonna shut her down. That's it, guys. I'm done. I'm turning the cameras off. See you guys later.